What is up? What is happening? What is going on, Cantaloupes? This is way different than any list you've seen from us, and I like it that way. Not sure about you guys, but I grew up watching The Simpsons. It will forever live in pop culture for its long-standing ability to make the world laugh, but also, more recently, for its ability to oddly predict the future. While the show creator Matt Groening has neither confirmed nor denied being a time traveler, there have been too many instances of The Simpsons predicting the future for us to just let it all go. Since we have to stick to sports, of course we're going to focus on sports predictions, and amazingly enough, there have been enough to make a video out of. These are 10 times The Simpsons predicted future sports outcomes. The Albuquerque Isotopes. Let's start it off with something I kind of deem less time traveler, more influencer, but still really cool and really weird. Homer's favorite baseball team was his hometown Springfield Isotopes. In a 2001 episode entitled Hungry Hungry Homer, he was devastated to find out his beloved team planned to move to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
No, I don't. Get out of here. No, not that door.
Albuquerque Isotopes? What is all this stuff?
While that plan fell through in the show, only 2 years later, the former Calgary Cannons actually did move to Albuquerque as the AAA affiliate of the then Florida Marlins. And what name won the fan vote? Of course, the Albuquerque Isotopes. So boom, a 2001 episode featuring Homer's dismay actually happened in 2003 to fans of the Calgary Cannons. By the way, the Isotopes are still going strong. They were the AAA affiliate for the Dodgers, and now since 2015 have been a AAA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. FIFA scandal. In a 2014 episode entitled You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee, Homer is confronted by a vice president of FIFA. I could explain what happens, or I could just show you the clip. I'll show you the clip.
Mr. Simpson, I am the Executive Vice President of the World Football Federation.
Woo!
What you Americans call soccer.
Don't!
I'm sure you are familiar with the World Cup, the quadrennial drama unmatched on the planet.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing that guys at the dry cleaners get so excited about every 4 years.
I'm afraid there has been an epidemic of referees being bribed to throw games. From the Premier Leagues to the playgrounds, all has been tainted. We need a symbol of integrity like yourself.
Of course I am, but how do you know?
Oh, your daughter's speech went viral. Ah! No, I mean it spread like wildfire.
Much better.
Mr. Simpson, please help us. The rot is everywhere. In fact, I see that I myself am about to be arrested for corruption. You will have to take it from here, Peter.
Yes, I will take good care of your wife.
Wait, what does that mean?
A bit over a year after this episode first aired, FIFA was in real-life corruption turmoil. In 2015, former President Sepp Blatter and much of the rest of the FIFA governing board resigned in disgrace after admitting to receiving over $150 million in pay-for-play bribes. In the end, 12 FIFA officials were arrested and pled guilty to charges. They needed somebody like Homer to save the day. Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime show. In a 2012 episode entitled Lisa Goes Gaga, there seemed to be extreme similarities between the performance depicted on the show and Lady Gaga's actual performance in the 2017 Super Bowl halftime show. Enough was similar that even Snopes, a whistleblowing site on all things fake news on the internet, gave it a mixture plausible rating. It's a big deal, I think. Good enough for me. Take a look for yourself. Between the flying in the air, the outfit choices, the sitting at the piano, you could either take this as a prediction or just an incredible assessment of Lady Gaga's brand and how she'd perform on a huge stage. Either way, it was another genius moment in Simpsons history. St. Louis Cardinals hacking. Back in 2015, there was a huge scandal surrounding the Cardinals hacking into the Houston Astros computer system. While hacking may be a strong word, what they actually did was steal Astro GM's Jeff Lunau's passwords while he worked with the Cardinals, and then use them to log into his Astro accounts when he went to work in Houston. The Cardinals were spying on confidential information for quite some time, and in turn, Cardinals employee Chris Correa resigned and then pled guilty to charges. Now take a look at this. October 1999, episode called Brother's Little Helper.
Major League Baseball?
I told you they were monitoring my activities.
He's right. This thing's got info on everybody. Addresses, credit ratings, what size baseball hat they wear.
Surveillance beam disabled. Market research shutting down. Doesn't that beat all?
Hi, folks. I'm Mark McGuire.
Big Mac himself. Who'd have thunk it?
Young Bart here was right. We are spying on you pretty much around the clock.
The lie, Mr. McGuire.
Do you want to know the terrifying truth? Or do you want to see me sock a few dingers?
Of course, Mark McGuire was one of the biggest names in baseball at the time, but maybe a bit odd that the Cardinals happened to be the team represented in the spying scandal. Fox-Disney merger. Okay, maybe this is really questionable as to if it's sports related, but let me explain. In terms of sports broadcasting, there are no bigger entities than Fox and Disney. Fox, of course, owns its broadcast network on top of a series of cable networks that broadcast sports such as FS1. Disney owns ABC and a little sports company called ESPN. The only real cable sports company in competition with ESPN is FS1. In 2017, Disney bought Fox for $52.4 billion, and boom, now this is sports related. And it's also Simpsons related because in 1998, an episode entitled When You Dish Upon a Star has a very clear Fox billboard with a fine print stating a division of the Walt Disney Company. This image went viral after ESPN business reporter Darren Ravel tweeted it out. Nearly 20 years before the Monopoly merger, The Simpsons knew. The Poor Buffalo Bills, Part 1. These next three are going to come quickly because they're all related. In Lisa the Greek, which aired 3 days before Super Bowl 26 between the Redskins and the Bills, Lisa states that she'll start a relationship with her dad if the Washington Redskins win the Duff Bowl.
Bart, who's winning? You hate Dad is up by a touchdown.
Touchdown, Redskins!
All right, we're back in business.
Well, I'm glad some people could resist the lures of the big game.
Oh my God, I forgot the game!
So, with 3 ticks left on the clock, it all comes down to this one play. If Washington scores here, happy fans will be looting and turning over cars in our nation's capital tonight. Here's the handoff.
Please, please, please.
Touchdown! 6 fork in this one, it is done! The Washington Redskins win Super Bowl 26!
I guess you love Dad. I suspected as much.
In the episode, the Redskins win, and Homer and Lisa realize that Lisa really does love her dad. 3 days later, the Redskins actually did beat the Bills. Of course, they were 7-point favorites. Still a bold prediction nonetheless. The next two things on this list make it even bolder. The Poor Buffalo Bills, Part 2. Instead of making a new Super Bowl episode the next year, the Simpsons team decided to just redub character voices to make the Bills lose the Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, in the episode, the hopes of Lisa's future with her dad relied on the Cowboys winning, and they did.
Yes, she loves me, she loves me.
What are you so happy about, Homer? You didn't win any money.
Money comes and money goes, but what I have with my daughter can go on for 8 more years.
And of course, just days after the redub, they actually did. 2 in a row in Super Bowl predictions, 2 in a row in Bills losses. I don't have video of the redub, but I hope this citing of a New York Times article is a legitimate source, because it is. The Poor Buffalo Bills, Part 3. You guessed it, they replayed the exact redub episode of Lisa the Greek again before the Super Bowl. And of course, the Cowboys again beat the Buffalo Bills in the actual Super Bowl. Whether they intended to or not, the Simpsons correctly picked the winner of 3 Super Bowls in a row. Had the Bills won any of those Super Bowls, Lisa and Homer's relationship would have been destroyed. And of course, the last time Lisa the Greek aired as new was in '94, the last time the Bills made the Super Bowl. USA Curling. The most recent Simpsons sports prediction to come true comes from these Winter Olympics. In a 2010 episode entitled Boy Meets Curl, Homer and Marge managed to win the Olympic curling gold medal for the USA. Their opponent in the match? Sweden.
for a date night.
Wonderful, homie. Take that, Sweden. Tell me how my ice tastes.
Now, fast forward to 2018. The U.S. curling team is competing for their first ever Olympic gold medal. Their opponent in the match? Sweden. Of course. Outcome. They win. Of course. Donald Trump. Okay, how can I spin this one to be sports related so that I can show it on the list? I guess I can't. You'll just have to deal with it because it's the most insane Simpsons prediction of all time. Wait, actually, Donald Trump used to own an XFL team, so in a way, he's a sports personality. That's good enough for me. Take a look at this episode from 2000 called Bart to the Future.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
The country is broke? How can that be?
Well, remember when the last administration decided to invest in our nation's children? Big mistake.
The Balanced Breakfast program just created a generation of ultra-strong super criminals.
And midnight basketball taught them to function without sleep.
What about my pledge to build the world's largest bookmobile? Isn't there any money left for that?
No, and we borrowed from every country in the world.
Quick, Lisa, call off your...
Bart!
In 2000, before there was any real thought that Donald Trump would become president of the United States, The Simpsons predicted whether it was just to be a joke, it actually happened. Wow. Have any other shows been remotely able to make predictions like this? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you're a big-time Simpsons fan. I know I am. Until next time, I'm Mike Cantalupo. Thanks for watching.